Hey babe, starting 2024. What's your plan?
2024. I'm definitely ready to get out of this frozen weather. Head south. Today's, Tuesday? We're leaving out Thursday at some point in time to start our 23-hour trek to Okeechobee. Never been to Okeechobee. Definitely looking forward to that. It's definitely a bucket list lake, so very excited about that. Going into 2024, I feel pretty good about this season. We have a few that set up close to home here. We've got one across Wisconsin. We've got Leech Lake. I've been both of those bodies of water
Hold
before.
up, back up. What circuit you fishing?
Huh?
What circuit you fishing?
Sorry. We are going to be competing in the EQ series for the Bassmaster Opens. We are doing all 9 again. Really enjoyed it the last couple of years I've done it. Really like the guys, the people I've met, the tournament organization. I think everybody does a phenomenal job. They want to run one of the best tournaments I've ever been a part of. I'm going to continue to fish those. Feel pretty good about 2024. We've got some stuff that sets up close to the house here, which now don't go everybody looking for me to win lacrosse because I got experience on lacrosse. I've been there once in the last 8 years. The part that I'm really excited about is it's close to home. I actually have a scheduled weekend before off limits I can pre-practice on to hopefully get on the right fish. But also I got a lot of friends and family in the area that are going to come and be able to join us at weigh-in, so which is always a big part of it. I love the crowds, love getting to talk to people after weigh-in. It's a very, very big part of it, very important part of it to me.
Speaking of lacrosse, aren't you doing another one over there?
I will also be there sometime, I right after Logan Martin, I believe. I drop the boss off here on the house on the way through and head straight to lacrosse for the Bass Nation. So another opportunity to get to the finals, to make the classic, potentially the Elite Series that way. So hopefully with that, with a little bit of pre-practice, an extra event on the river, by the time I think September rolls around, we should be in pretty good shape for keeping on the fish over there. So also headed up to Leech Lake. Been there before. It's been about a decade. A phenomenal fishery. Like everybody's going to be. I'm hoping it can hold up to everybody beating on them for 7 days with practice and everything. Hopefully everybody practices smart. It'll make a huge difference on that body of water. But the weights are going to be there, and there's going to be a lot of weight way down through the field. So it's going to be a really cool event to watch. Ultimately, we want to make the Elite Series. That's what we're here for. That's why we're signing up for all 9. But that's not on the forefront of my mind going into the tournaments. I'm here because I want to see something new. I want to know what's around the next corner. I want to compete against somebody I've never competed against, and I want to compete against people that are a lot better than I am. That's how I feel like I'm going to elevate my game. This year, I believe we have, of the 9, 4 or 5 of them I've never been to. Never been to Santee, never been to Logan Martin, have not been to Okeechobee, and have not been to St. Clair. I love seeing new things. I love learning new things. I love exploring new bodies of water. I love meeting the people in the areas and the other anglers in the tournament. I've got buddies in Virginia, in Florida, Texas, Arkansas. Been really cool. I love it. Everybody knows I like to talk, so meeting people and shooting the BS at the dock, or tonight I get to be part of a podcast, the Bass Hub podcast at 7 o'clock with Harvey and Stephanie. Never done a podcast before. Harvey says, we'll hit you to the link. We're going to sit and talk fishing for an hour. Twist my arm. I'm really good at that. So ultimately, the Elite Series. But I'm not a number cruncher. I'm not a point guy. I'm not if I do have to do this good, this good, this good each tournament, or if I do this bad, now I need to do this good in the next tournament. I don't worry about that. I want to fish the best of my abilities on each tournament that I go into. I want to go with an open mind, and I want to learn something new. My biggest goal would probably be eliminating the lowest of lows. Fishing is a roller coaster. You got the highest of highs, you got the lowest of lows. Last year we started out really low, and not only mentally, but in points. We had mechanical issues the first day you followed Alabama last year. There's only 172 EQ guys, and I started out after that tournament in 189th in points. Did manage to climb and claw and scratch all the way back up to 55th. But also then we had a bad tournament at Watts Bar in Tennessee, which kind of held us back again a little bit. I want to eliminate that. I want to be more consistent. I don't know if that's changed the way I practice, if that's changed my mental game, My physical game, I'm not exactly sure yet. Thoughts are still formulating on that, but we're definitely going to go into this season giving it everything we've got. As always, I love to compete. I'm one of the most, I don't care if you want to draw a picture. If you want to race to the end of the driveway, I'll race you. You probably beat me because I'm not as fast as I once was, but I definitely want to be able to compete at a higher level. So hopefully 2024, there's a lot of new things in store. Change out the payouts, change out the pay structure and everything like that. Change off limits, a few different rules change, stuff like that. So, and I think it's all for the best. I agree with a lot of what they did, and I thank them for Bass for having in the way of the fishing industry right now. Everything's up in arms, and there's a lot of drama and this and that. I stay away from all that. I think Bass made a good point to show where they stand, and they stand behind their anglers with raising the entry fees and with raising the payouts. So a lot of times entry fees go up, payouts don't. So I think it's going to be good for the sport, good for Bass. Looking forward to it, and hopefully we can next week we can hit the ground running in Okeechobee and come out of there with a good tournament, good finish, and start the season off right this year.
So pick your favorite and least favorite you're going to.
Oh, favorite, I don't know.
Or most looking forward to.
I'm really looking forward to Leech because it's gonna be awesome. You can catch them any which way you want to there. Also looking forward to Santee Cooper, the way it lines up. It could be. I'm a so-so bed fisherman. I can do it. That one could be really cool. Like that place is full of big bass. Same with Okeechobee. Okeechobee is full of big bass. Depending on what our weather pattern does the next week or so here, could determine the outcome of that one. But Okeechobee is a shallow fishery. It's a very target-oriented fishery, which works really good for me. Can I do the whole offshore and the sonar and the live scoping? Absolutely. But if I could put a flipping stick and a chatterbait in my hand, maybe a topwater frog, and go to work, I'm all in.
Least looking forward to?
Honestly, probably lacrosse, because everybody expects me to win that one. And a decade ago, actually the last championship I fished on lacrosse, Will Papa and Austin Felix of the Elite Series won the championship. We finished, I don't know, a couple pounds behind them or whatever. We were close, but they had a good couple of days, and they won those NABC championship. That's the last, and that was probably 9 or 10 years ago, and that's the last hardcore season I've had on the river. Like I said, since then I've been there once, and it was for a club tournament last year. Basically, I showed up for 2 days and fished. Did I catch fish? Absolutely. It's not hard to find fish on the river. It's finding that 2 3/4, 3-pounder and above consistently, and enough of them that you can maintain for 3 days. So I'm not looking forward to that one because of all the pressure my wife and Caleb and Virginia have already bestowed on me, because you need to go out there and win that tournament. But I do love fishing the river. It's different every day, every time I'm over there. In the spring we could have high water. By August we might have no current at all, and you have a hard time getting around. This year in July, the river was really, really low, and there was a lot of barges and Army Corps engineering doing a lot of dredging and things like that, so it made it a little difficult to get around. So I love that body of water. I know pool 7, 8, 9 we're able to fish. I know a lot about 7, 8, and 9. So it's going to be, strategy is going to play into it. The locks always make me nervous. I've only ever been locked out once, ever in a tournament, and it was on the Mississippi River from 9 trying to get back down to 10 in the purge gym. So, in Hartwell. Hartwell is.
But you've been there.
I have been there. I know what to do there. It's a matter of finding the right caliber of fish. It's very, that's very similar to the Mississippi River. The 2.5 pounders don't do you anything, but the 3s will do you very well. So, that's a difficult time of year. It's still late summer, but it's not yet fall. Gets a lot of pressure, really changes the fish. So I've got some new ideas for that one though. Some stuff I learned last time I was there. I got some ideas, so we'll see if those play out or not. Could be a total false, but we're gonna try them.
So are you ready? Doesn't look like it.
Ready. I'm always ready. No, so I parked my boat in October when we got home from Harris Chain. I do have a new boat coming, but in true me fashion, I procrastinated and I ordered it late, so it should be here somewhere during or between the Okeechobee tournament and the end of Logan Martin, somewhere in that window of time. Or no, I'm sorry, not Logan Martin, but Ouachita. It'll be here at some point in time. I'm going to have to run down to Virginia, down to see Robbie at Propeller Dynamics, get it picked up. And then it's going to be a mad dash to get everything off this boat and this one to its new owner and everything rigged up on that boat. But I fly by the seat of my pants. I started getting ready here about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, actually, surprisingly, I'm in really good shape. Like, there's just some line and some miscellaneous baits. The truck is loaded. The boat's not loaded, but everything that goes in the boat is ready to go in the boat. I got my rods. My kiddos helped me string out my rods. Saturday and Sunday this week, I just got to tie some hooks on, get them tightened up, put away. Go through, check tire pressure, everything like that, check bearings, all that good stuff. That's the plan for tomorrow night, and then we'll roll out on Thursday. So, to most, no, I'm not ready, but in my mind, let's rock and roll. We'll figure it out when we get there.